want attention. Who? I require attention. We have kids. We come out wanting attention. Look at our kids. They will cry. They will weasel. They will whine. They will crawl over to us. We can have our phone. They're going to get right here. Like, respect. Early in the morning, just here. Why? They want our attention. That's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. He said like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, well, he want attention or she want attention. Their heart is beating. They want attention. And if we care, then we're going to take care of them.
If we care.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Romance and Real Estate, where we
help you level up in life, love, and money.
All right. As you know by now, we're going to get into the church announcements. So if you have not subscribed, make sure to raise your tithe and subscribe to the top. And then, like, comment, we appreciate you for being with us another week. So we hope to bring you some value. Now, if you don't agree, and if you do agree, make sure to comment in the bottom. If you want to learn about something, if you want to talk about something, if you want us to have some dialect around a certain conversation or a certain pain point, let us know. We're here for you. We're here to bring you value. So, and that's how we grow. So please do so. Now, without further ado, if I may, give them the tip of the week.
Yeah.
All right. So we could talk about so many different aspects of real estate, how you enter, what you should do, this and that. But I think that when we talk about performance indicators, we've talked about numbers.
Yes.
And like the numbers to identify a deal. But I think that a lot of people need to know this information. And you could get it from a realtor.
Okay.
You need to know, on average, if you're going to flip houses and or wholesale in a certain area, what's the average days on market in that area?
For sure.
So what does days on market mean? From the day that a house is put for sale, how long did it take for the house to sell? So then they compile the analytics of that certain zip code and county to let you know how many days on market. Why do I say that? Because if I'm flipping a home and I calculate that I'm going to be in construction for 3 months, I may be on hold for 6 months to sell my home because the average days on market is 180. So we want to make sure that the average days on market is typically anywhere from 45 days and under.
Yeah.
Because the less, that means that the market is attractive. You know what I mean? If it's 265, that means that there's not a lot of people looking to buy in that area.
Right.
And so we always talk about exit strategy, and we want to be able to get it out of the property. The next thing we need to understand is the median sales price. The reason why we need to know the median sales price is because if, you're new to the game, you don't want to sell Mercedes S-classes.
Right.
Because your house is the buyer, that specific buyer, there's going to be less than if you were going to sell used cars. So you want to be under $300,000 when you're doing your first project, because there's a larger buying pool. The average person at that price point is making $60,000. As in contrast to a $500,000 or $1 million home, that's a different type of person. And there's less of those type of individuals.
Right.
The next thing that you need to know is the foreclosure rate. How many people are foreclosing within a quarter? So that's a matrix that's taken per quarter, and they release that information. The reason why, because the higher it is, it lets you know that there's something going on in that area. You know what I'm saying? There is opportunity for you, but you have to look at all the different matrices to make it make sense. So you want to know the foreclosure rate. So again, I said days on market, median sales price, foreclosure rate, and I think I'm missing one. I think that for right there, that's pretty much it. Oh, no, I do have one more. The amount of the inventory. You want to know what the inventory is like.
Yes.
So what I mean by that is every month there's a certain amount of houses sold. So let's, for example, say that on an average, there's 300 houses sold in this zip code. Well, if there's only 150 houses for sale this month, there's only 2 weeks worth of inventory in that market. We always want to be in a market where there is low inventory.
That's right.
Because you could sell it quicker because obviously there's not as much inventory available to be bought in the area, therefore it's hot.
Yeah.
If there's a year worth of inventory, that's a red flag that that might not be the area where you want to invest into because you're going to have a larger days on market. So those are some matrices that as an investor, that's not done per deal, but that should be evaluated when you decide to invest and you pick where you want to invest.
Yeah.
That's the tip of the day.
That's a great tip. That was really valuable.
Think about that, Mike.
Yeah, that was
you learning.
I mean,
I was like, the inventory.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of correlated in relationship to the dynamic of a person in their life. So it's not just you and the person. You have to take into consideration their family as well. Because people are like, oh, I'm not marrying their family. I'm just marrying them. They're attached in several ways. So we have to consider that before a relationship. And when we're talking about inventory, you know, that goes back to the pool that you're dating in. So if I say I want a certain type of man, I can't go to the club. It's a lot of men there.
Right.
There's a lot of inventory there. But it's not going to be the inventory that I actually want.
Not the type of home she's looking for.
No.
Yeah, I've been to a club before.
I didn't say that. I didn't.
You've been to a club many times.
I've been to.
And I'm that dude, you know.
But you even said your wife wasn't in there. You know that for 20 years.
True, but I was DJing and I was the catch then too. Not a catch for everybody. I was somebody's husband. You did.
Then you wasn't nobody's husband then.
Somebody's something at that.
Right. And you was somebody's concubine.
Judge right now.
No. Just assess.
No. He said I was somebody's concubine.
I didn't hear anything.
No, it's okay. It's okay. She got a whole fiance.
Okay.
Well, get your wife.
About these days on market, especially if you're going 30, 45, 90 days on market. Would you say it's important to continue to care for your property during that time and make sure that the curb appeal is top tier?
No, you definitely got to maintain it. And that's another expense, though, to your holding cost. So you got to, definitely. Yep.
Right, because it's an asset. So you want to take care of it because you value it, right?
So explain what curb appeal is.
Yeah, so that curb appeal is the characteristic of your property that one might perceive when they drive along the road. So what does your property look like? Is it visually appealing from the curb? So in real estate, we would say, does your property have curb appeal? So is the mulch fresh? Is the lawn being regularly landscaped? Do you have a fence and is the fence in good standing? Does it need repair? Are there shutters? Does your home need to be painted? When I look at it, does it look inviting or does it look like it needs work and it's not cared for?
Ooh.
Yeah. Because if you are in a market, even if there's not a lot of inventory, but if all the other inventory look better than yours, you might have to have a price reduction to get a little movement on that one, huh?
Facts.
Would you say that if you value a property, or would you say that in general, you take care of what you care about?
Exactly.
Yes.
You take care of what you care about.
No doubt.
You take care of what you care about.
100%.
So what do y'all think about when you see married couples and like the husband is like cleaner than a whistle, like just look well rested, as you would say from afar, might look like a high value man, and then the wife look tired, worn out, busted, and disgusted. What you think about that?
So
like exhausted, not like she's ugly. I'm saying like she's worn out.
So I'll give you my opinion on it, but I don't sit there and worry myself with it. But I could give you a personal perspective on it. So my girl doesn't really like care for designer or rock designer like that.
Yeah.
But I know that I have Ferragamo shoes. I have an abundance.
I would agree with that.
All right. So the truth is I don't consider myself to be like flashy to that degree, right? To where you're going to see me with a patterned Gucci shirt, patterned pants, patterned shoes. I'm not like that, but I do have designer belts that I wear under my shirt. I just like nice things, right? And I feel that if you're going to walk with me, I feel we going to walk in accord.
Okay.
So we was in New York. I just told y'all that.
Yeah.
So she ain't had no belt on. So we went to Louis and got her a belt. just because like we going out, and I
Yeah.
just need you to match my fly.
Right.
But I want to make sure that you want it, so you go pick you up there.
Right.
It ain't like, yeah. She's changing in size, and she just had a child.
Right.
And so my thing, she was a little frustrated with some of her stuff being too big or too little.
I feel you, sis. I feel.
And so like for me, just, I was just like, hey, the Levi store here, Macy's is there. Do you?
Right.
And then get what you need. And she did that.
Right.
And like, you know what I'm saying? She's in there enjoying herself. I'm in there sleeping in the middle of the mall.
Right.
And she come back like, babe, what you think? Like, you like it? I love it. And we good money.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be designer, but it just, but she need to feel like, hey, now I need you to roll. We need to be all smiles as we rolling. And we need to feel that type of, I need you to be in the same energy space. I need
you to be
in the same energy.
Yeah.
I need you to be like, I need you to be. That is what care and concern and love looks like when she said, oh, how do you feel about a man that looks a certain way and his woman doesn't look like she's matching the same energy?
Yeah. So for me, I can't do that.
Right.
So that's why I don't sit around and I've seen it before, but I don't even give it enough thought. I just be like, that ain't never gonna be me.
Right. Well, great. Kudos to you. Right. I'm not surprised that you have that perspective on it, but I was certain that you had at least seen it before. And it's something that we deserve to address because we, again, servicing women and working and supporting women, we hear from their perspective how it's not even about the brands, though that is a good example, just about how tired they are. Like physically tired they are, like worn out from doing whatever they have to do to keep the household running, for example.
Got you.
But the husband is like chilling, like, yeah, I'm going out with the homies. I'm going to the game. I'm going to the gym. Yeah, I'm going here and there. And she just wants to go to sleep. That's also not in the same energy.
And I didn't address that. So in my own situation, I have season tickets to the Pacers. But that's 41 games in like 6 months. It's a lot of, that's twice a week you're at the Ballroom. So before I renewed, I was like, hey, I don't think I'm going to renew it. And she was like, do you? This is her first child. I'm like, that time ain't going to allow 2 or 3 times a week at the ball game. And it's a toddler, it's just not going to work. So I didn't renew. And then I like going to the boat though.
Yeah.
And so I was like, my goal is always to just go once a week or whatever.
Right.
And so for me, what I had to do was make sure that she had that time to do her thing, right?
Yes.
And so if I went on the boat, let's say it's a tight week, we both was busy, we just, that's when we agreed that we need a nanny.
Right.
And if I can't do it, or if I'm out of town, I was out of town for 3-4 days.
Right.
I said, make sure you call her.
Yeah, we need some assistance.
With whatever, just to make sure. And she literally was like, what you doing? I'm just out.
Yes.
Cool.
Imagine.
I don't even, you know what I'm saying? So I try my best to support that. I can't say I'm perfect. So what I have done though is also say, hey, whenever you feeling like that, let me know. And I think we talked about the bottles one day. She was like, and I was like, okay, I wash the bottles. So I just wash the bottle. Therefore that she don't gotta think about it. So I don't do it every day, but when I do it, she come down and like, oh, thank you, babe.
Yes.
And those are little examples of that.
Yeah, help provide and support, taking care of what you care about.
But I'm not saying that's not a perfect, I'm not rolling.
Well, remember, we're not even striving for perfect.
It's impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
I would ask, how peaceful does it make your atmosphere at home when you take those considerations for her and when she takes certain considerations for you?
Oh, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I use the term, my home life is good. I know that you was like, I would go be like that, 60 or 40, or in burning hell. And I don't disagree with you. But I would say that my home life is peaceful. That doesn't mean that she ain't never been like, or she don't never be like, hey, bro, You know what I mean? Like, it's
Mhm.
cool, but I just like, I can't, she don't come at me with that energy, so I can't give it back.
Right.
So I just be like, all right, I listen, or if I disagree, I'm like, I hear you, but have you, or what about this? You know, but it ain't never like that. But I will say, currently, I appreciate that.
Yes.
'Cause I done been in some situations where the same issues are addressed totally different.
Yes.
And it's like, man, fuck. It don't gotta be like this. You gotta just let me know and I got you. Cause I really want to do it. I'm just not, my left brain ain't thinking like your right brain.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
but I think that I ain't gonna lie, she be paying attention to that. So she'd be working on that. And I'll be honest with you, she be like extending that. So I'll be having to figure out how to extend mine even more to match that.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, shit, okay.
Match it.
How I tell my guys is this, like, I know she like me because she be paying attention to this.
Ooh, love that. I know she like me.
Yeah, because it's like the shit that I don't. I'm gonna give y'all a funny one. This is probably TMI, but it ain't like nasty or nothing.
Okay.
She was just like, "Do you realize that I have OCD, not extreme. I have it with colors in chronological order. All right, so she was like, "Do you know that you take off your clothes the same way you put it on?" And I fucking laughed because I had to get undressed. And then at night, I forgot about the concept. But as I untie my shoes, but I don't take them off. And I immediately take off I'm fastening my belt. So I go use the restroom typically. And so like I don't zip my pants up. But early in the morning, I don't zip my pants up because I got to tuck my t-shirt underneath.
Okay, so it's
literally the chronological same order and everything.
And she's finished.
And so like I wash my face, but I take off my stuff, wash my face when I get done. I get undressed. I never noticed that. I'm 40 years old.
Wow.
And so just to know that somebody's paying attention, that might be TMI, but
No, that feels.
I just be like, damn, like somebody like me.
I love that.
And so like, you know what I mean? So I don't think that I am that anal in watching, but I do pay attention.
That's great.
You know, so you know what I'm saying? So that's that. So that might have been went to a tangent, but I wanted to.
No, I think that's showing that even her being aware and showing that she's in tune with you. And if you were ever sick, she would catch on.
When I'm stressed, she already be knowing it. And she just be like, and I used to not say nothing until one of our podcasts.
I'm so glad to hear that.
So I don't.
Keep it from her.
I just don't. I didn't share shit. I don't, you know, I just, this is this.
Yes.
And I ain't bringing that to the crib. But since that podcast, I actually do share and I do see the difference.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, what's that? Erica still ain't shit, but let's make it clear. But no, though, but I have done it. So that's verbal, right?
Yeah.
I try to work on like my part of however that's reciprocated. So like I just so when we talked about prior podcasts about like she did this and it's just like I really be like, damn, man, my game ain't that tight. So I need to get my game up. I asked Erica, do she feel like it's because somebody did something for me, I'm doing it bad? But no, she's just bringing me aware of a different space. And so then I just be like, I just got to make sure that you know what I mean? So that's different than the original question. But I just wanted to say that that's what I currently go through.
But it's all still leading into taking care of what you care about.
Yeah.
It's all
Period.
Period. And when you don't, it sends a message.
A very clear message.
Like you said, if you're not concerned about whether your partner is matching your energy in whatever way, it sends a message. It's like a lack of concern. It's a lack of awareness. It's a lack of care. And even down to how you get dressed, that is an excellent example of someone being very attentive to you. Who doesn't want attention?
I require attention.
We have kids. We come out wanting attention. Look at our kids. They will cry. They will weasel. They will whine. They will crawl over to us. We can have our phone. They're going to get right here. Like respect early in the morning. Here. Why? They want our attention. That's natural. There's nothing wrong with that. He said like it's a bad thing. Like, oh, well, he want attention or she want attention. Their heart is beating. They want attention. And if we care, then we're going to take care of them.
If we care.
If we care.
If we
and
care.
when we don't, it sends a message. So again, to some of the ladies who they feel like I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm not getting in return.
Mm-hmm.
And just hearing you share your perspective and why you may do some of the things you do for your lady,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure is causing some women to be like, well, I don't have, I wonder. And we are not here to ask anyone to compare their man to you.
Right.
Because everybody is different.
Absolutely.
And I do hope that some individuals will be empowered to have a conversation about, hey, or just bring their partner to watch the episode. So it's not, just watch the episode together to say, and this is how I'm feeling, and I wasn't able to find the words to express it. I'm feeling like you are in this type of energy and I am in this type of energy, and it doesn't seem like you're concerned that I'm not there with you.
And I think this is a good space to kind of wrap things up. But I'm going to say this in closing. Love without action is manipulation. So the example of your lady saying, hey, this is going on with the bottles. It's really like whatever. And you like, and you don't touch the bottles and you see the bottles and you walk past the bottles and you see the bottles piling up. She's saying, this is something that would help me be in a better headspace. And if you care about me and if you love me being in a certain mindset, you would help me out with this space. If you were not to have answered that, that could have easily been taken as, you don't even love me enough to care.
Gotcha.
So we have to get out of the habit of saying that we love people with our mouths and not allowing our actions to back it up.
Right. And when we're saying actions, purchasing things is great, but the actions and the giving isn't always about money, right? It's about service, support, and time. And that is what often gets left out of the conversation. So ensuring that we're taking care, and I really celebrate her for verbally expressing what her requirement was, what she needed assistance with. And there's a space for, if you see your woman bringing in all the groceries and you're watching the game and you can pause it, what is the reason that we're not getting up?
Like you usually call yourself out when you being petty,
No.
I'm messing with
the other one. I wasn't even thinking about that. But yeah, I mean, anything. You could be doing anything. But if I'm saying if you're not doing something at that moment, right? You're not asserting yourself.
Or if you are.
Erica's like, even if you are. And now she is over here for the home, lugging all these groceries in, and you're just sitting there. Man, that looks so messy.
No doubt.
Right? And it sends a message. You're not taking care of the person. You're just chilling. And people say, well, it's not that big of a deal. You're not giving of yourself to your partner. And you can give without loving, but you can't love without giving.
Period. And
you can love without giving.
No.
But you can.
You can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving.
I agree with that. Gotcha. I was backwards. Gotcha.
It's all good.
And if we're not able to really understand what details mean, the closer you get in a relationship, there will be no type of longevity. Zero, because it's the details that keep us together.
Absolutely.
While we're getting to know each other, of course, we need all the big stuff. But for us to be together forever, it's the details. So it is a big deal.
We need to share. I need to know the order in which you take off and put on your clothes.
That was
there. It is.
I was just like, huh? It's like that's some weirdo stuff.
No, that's that experience, intimacy.
Like
I can tell you about.
I was like, man, you here like, oh, what you over there doing?
This is such a male thing.
Your door closed.
Don't
feeling vulnerable.
Right. He's like, I feel naked.
Deflection, right?
I feel naked.
You don't want to get comfy with this?
Man,
I feel like you're aggressing me.
Bruh. All right, y'all. Dig. Make sure to like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Comment, share. If you got any feedback, if there's something that you want to talk about, put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I think that I forgot our word. What's our word of the day?
No, we're not talking about concubine.
So if you find yourself in a bad situation where your mind ain't right, you got to get your head together.
Yes.
If you ever been titled a concubine,
no,
you got to go to
No, that's not what we're doing.
You got to go to.
Why?
No.
Why must people
Let's talk about marketing, right?
No.
Because let's talk about marketing. Because if you got a gym and you say you can lose weight in my gym,
Yes.
like they gonna be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if you say, hey, you got diabetes and you could lose your pinky toe because you lose circulation because you ain't working out to get that blood flow, right? You talking to them.
Right.
We talking to the concubines to go see y'all.
I'm saying if you are tired of being second and third choice and you know that you deserve to be number one, but you're not sure why you keep attracting people that don't see the value in you and you're trying to level up and live the life that you deserve to, then slide over to getandstaymarried.com.
Or the marriage makeover. I'm sorry, the marriage makeover on IG. Y'all.
Let's go. All right. I encourage all to go get here.